It is. And it's beginning to look a lot like autumn. I don't know, I feel like the autumn, what is it, weather? You're like, how could it be autumn if it's 102 moon? Excuse me. It's because even in autumn, it's hot down here. It's a give or take, though. It's a give or take, honestly, because I remember a couple of years back on Halloween, it was freezing cold and raining. This year, I have a feeling it's gonna be weird. Yeah, because the weather's been really weird. I actually, I recorded the cloud the other day, and then the very next day it rained, and I meant to upload it as a short, but I don't know what happened to that recording. I was looking for it yesterday because it was raining a bit yesterday, and I'm like, what the hell happened to my video? I know I recorded it. I know I'm not going senile yet. I have no idea. No idea. I have my older son is finally going to get his license. I'm taking him tomorrow. He's not driving my car though. He's driving their car. Well, I'm going to have to drive his car over there, and then I guess once they're done and he passes, he can go ahead and drive. I don't remember how that works. Or do I still have to drive? Oh, that's pretty cool. He's got a skeleton in the back of his Jeep. Some people are already getting into the Halloween spirit, and I love it. And I was wondering if Halloween spirit is already open around here, because I usually like to see that stuff. These people kind of threw me off. Everything throws me off. By the way, Wisco Reacts. Thank you for coming live today. I was feeling kind of down, and I'm sure a lot of people do. And anytime you come live and start playing music, I know it's by Upchurch, but anytime you come live and you start playing music, it actually lifts my spirits up. So that's why I'm in a little better mood right now. However, that's going to go south because I'm going to start my rant. But I just wanted to say a quick thank you and encourage anybody, not that I have a list of followers, but encourage anybody to go check out his channel. I'll share it on my community post. It really does help lift your spirits when you're not feeling too good on certain days. Lately, it's been every day for me, okay? I'll admit it. But I try, and I did try this morning really, really hard. I woke up this morning, I woke up in a good mood and everything, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to make breakfast. I'll have the same thing that I had yesterday. And I was really excited about it for whatever reason, right? And then once I was done, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I did the dishes, and I was like, okay, now what? And I just sat there and I was just like, I don't like this feeling. I'm here at the park right now, and I was even debating whether to come, but I'm checking it out, okay? I'm checking it out right now to make sure that there's not a lot of people right now. It is hot. It is 101. And if I were to come in shorts, I know I'm going to get this ugly tan on my legs like I've had before, and it'll look like I'm wearing leggings because you can see like the white on my ankles down, and it just looks hideous. But there's actually some people walking. There's like 3 people that I see so far. But it's a good way to clear your head too, and as I was saying, I don't know why I do not just get out of bed. Like, I've been waking up really early. Hang on, y'all. Oh, I need to move my seat back. Especially after I just had a heavy lunch dinner. And you know, yesterday I ate lunch and dinner like around 3 o'clock or so, and that's all I ate. I didn't eat anything else. And that's probably why I woke up really hungry this morning, because I mean, I hadn't eaten all that time afterwards. And I kept saying, well, maybe I'll make me a shake, you know. I finally got the supplements that my husband's son sent me. However, I haven't done the shakes yet because, well, it's a shake. I mean, it's a powder, and it's by Blessed or something like that. It says Blessed on there, and I'm like, huh. And I looked it up, and I think you can also get it at Target. Don't quote me on that, but I think I saw it at Target. I have a very short memory expansion span, okay? So I'm sorry, you all. So anyhow, tomorrow I'll do a grocery order, and I'm ordering some almond milk because it's recommended with almond milk. I'm not a really big fan of almond milk, but I'll do it, you know. I'll do it. I don't even like regular milk. I don't even know why I'm saying I'm not a fan of almond milk. If I don't even do regular milk, I don't like regular milk either. Even the lactose-free one, I still don't like it. But, you know, I'll probably make me a banana shake as soon as I get back home, because I was craving something sweet. And I was like, oh, and I don't like bananas to eat them like that by themselves, you know? Like, I like to add stuff to it before I eat it and make it into a shake. Like, I don't know, that's just me. But I don't remember what I was saying a little while ago. What was I saying? I don't know. But let me just get into my rant. And I'm sorry. Oh, I wanted to say sorry to someone else. You know who you are. Actually, to two other people I wanted to apologize to. And one of them may not know who he is. Look, to you who may not know who you are, I was giving you a compliment. I was saying that I liked your video and I hope to see you upload more. That's it. That's all I said. I think maybe you took it the wrong way, or maybe I worded it the wrong way, and I just wanted to apologize. I wasn't coming on to you by saying that at all. I was just giving you a compliment. And I know that sometimes people are going through certain walks in their life, and when you try to give them a compliment, they kind of take it as, oh, she wants me, or she wants to date me, or something. Like, no, that's not what I was doing at all. It was just a genuine comment saying, I liked your video, I like what you talked about, I agreed with what you talked about, and I hope to see some more. You said that was your first video, and hope to see you more often. That's it. But the other person that I want to apologize to is also a male. What is it with me and men? I don't know. Why am I picking on men, you know? Well, that's about to change, but anyway, I want to apologize to you too. You have a right to feel how you feel, and you have a right to voice your opinion just like everybody else. I don't agree with your opinion, but that's all right. I don't have to agree with your opinion. And I feel like lately I've been coming at you with videos, not videos here, not videos that I've done either, but like posting videos on X of other opinions that are more like mine. Hang on, you all. Can you see those two? Look at them. Oh my God. Look at how they're playing. I want to play too. Can I play with you all? I don't know what these things are, but they're so cute, and my camera doesn't want to focus for whatever reason. So anyway, like I was saying, I've been posting videos on X that kind of like I'm more agreeable with, and I'll be commenting like, oh, and you want to do this and you want to do that, and I don't like put your name on there, but I'm pretty sure if you ever see them, you'll be like, oh, she's coming at me with this, you know. I don't mean to. I just get frustrated, you know. And I'll admit, like everybody else, sometimes when people don't agree with me, I get mad. I'm just human, you know. But don't pay any attention to me. I'm just, you know, being a big B, and I'm just not agreeing with your opinion. That's it. You know, it's nothing against you as a person. I just don't get it. I don't understand. But don't take it personal for me, you know. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. But now, okay, let me now get to what I really wanted to talk about, right? I have to do a rant at least once a week because I think it helps me. If I keep it inside, then I'm just in a bad mood, you know? And I'll be in a bad mood all week. But when I let it out, I feel better, you know? So I'm going to let it out. Trouble at the church. You know, I've been going to my non-denominational church, Born Again, since the early 2000s, 2001 to be exact. Right after my son was born, my second one, I went and I got saved, got born again, started this church. Now, I would go for a couple of years, and then, you know what, let me put I'm going to put this so that I can stop getting distracted, not distraction. And I don't want people to think that I'm looking at them while they're exercising either. I don't like to be stared at, and I'm sure these people don't like to be stared at. Okay, this is not my Five Below. Will you please cooperate with me for just today, please, right now? Look at this. I said, please. Por favor. Do as I say today. Fight me every day. There you go. Okay. So, I've been going to the same church, you know, 23 years now. My younger son is 23 years old. And I had ventured out. I'd go a couple of years, then I'd venture out because of certain people that go to that church, right? Certain people that were going and still do, and some, you know. Anyhow, okay, first of all, I want to say that you go to the doctor when you're sick, right? You don't go when you're feeling that great. I mean, when you're feeling good. You won't go like I feel good right now, and I can't imagine calling my doctor's office right now and saying, can you take me in tomorrow morning? Sure. What would be the reason? Just because. They'll be like, excuse me? You know, when there's other people trying to get in to see the doctor because they really are sick, right? So you're going to go to the doctor when you're sick. You're going to rejoice when you're feeling well. So I know, I'm very fully aware that people at church, including myself, were not fully healed or doing very well, maybe emotionally, mentally, maybe all of the above, right? And let me turn this down a bit. And so I'm aware that you're going to run into people that have their little attitudes, per se, you know. I just can't say anybody at church is perfect, including myself. But the more you go to church, the more you learn, right? You develop a sense of discernment, compassion. You're walked further in your life already, and you kind of know better. You know, not kind of, you do know better. You start learning to know better, to distinguish between right and wrong, right? So with that said, I did leave a comment on my church's website, and I said I don't like to be that person, because I don't like to be that person, you know. And I said, but I have to address this because the church refuses to. Now, the church, before service is over, they'll be telling everybody, okay, everybody, can you please stay in your seats for announcement? We have something really important to tell you all, and we want everybody to get these announcements, and then you'll be free to go. We know the line to get your kids is long. We know you all want to go eat at Luby's or Golden Corral or what have you, but, you know, we promise we won't take that much longer if everyone can please stay in their seat. And I'm looking around, and I'm seeing people that got to church late. My nose is itching, you all. If that comes out on camera, I'm sorry, but my nose is itching. I noticed that the people that are leaving early are the ones that came in late. And they're not leaving because, oh, they want to go pick up their kids. They're leaving because they want to beat the traffic. If you leave right after church, you're going to get everybody trying to leave at the same time. And I know that's frustrating. I've been stuck in traffic before, waiting in my car for everybody to pass, you know what I mean, until I can pull out and leave. But that's not reason enough to leave early, especially if you got there late. And speaking of getting there late, for the past couple of Sundays, but this past Sunday especially, when people get there late, they tend to disrupt service. I don't think they mean to do it on purpose. And I'm not talking about just the people that are late. I'm talking also about the ushers. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I mean, I really think they want to sit these people down where they want to sit. However, they're being really loud about it. And this past Saturday, my friend and I were trying to listen to the service, as well as others around us. But the ushers kept talking really loud. How many? Oh, 2? Oh, 4. 4. Okay. And did you want in the back or the front? Oh, the front? Okay. Come on. Let me go take you. I think I see some over here. And meanwhile, the pastor's talking. And this is going on like every 2 minutes or so, right? And I finally turn around and I look at the ushers, and they don't even care that they're being loud. The people coming in, they're not coming in because, oh, the kids woke up late. Well, I have an infant, you know, like we're running late. No. The people that are getting late, coming in late, I mean, are the ones with a Starbucks cup. Which means they had time to stop at the Starbucks, be late for service, and expect the people that were already there to move to make room for them. I'm not in agreement with that. I'm also not in agreement at the beginning of the service when they'll say, can everybody just squeeze in to make room for the people that are just coming in? If everybody can just squeeze in. And I'm like, no, the people that are just coming in, they can sit in the middle, wherever they can find a seat. But no, you shouldn't inconvenience others that got there on time or even earlier, because the late people decided, oh, let's stop at the Starbucks and get some coffees before we come in. I think that's disrespectful. And I think you're enabling those people to continue that behavior. Let me just keep being late. Anyway, the pastor's going to tell everybody to squeeze in and we'll be able to sit where we want. No problem. You know? And that's not right. Another thing that I saw this past Sunday was somebody in front of me. I spoke about her in my last video. She was a really big girl, tall, big. And She sat right in front of me. I couldn't see the friend. I had to look at the screen the whole entire time, which is fine. I'm not making a big deal about that. However, once her boyfriend, husband, whoever he partner, lover, got there, she ends up putting her hair on the back of his arm, and she kept doing that over and over. And then she kept getting closer and closer to him. And then she put her head on his shoulder, and she's just there like a 5-year-old, you know? And I'm like, this is so cringe. This is not jealousy coming from me right now. This is cringe. Like, ma'am, can you please get up? You're at a church. We're listening to a service. If you're still sleepy, then maybe you should go back home. Go to sleep. Maybe you should have stayed home and go to sleep. But why do you come to church to put your head on your husband's shoulder? I'm assuming he's a boyfriend. Because if he was a husband, they would have been there together at the same time. He wouldn't have gotten there 20 minutes late. So I'm thinking this is a boyfriend. But I'm like, you would think, okay, if you invite your boyfriend to church, have him pick you up and then you guys go together, or you pick him up and then you guys go together. Regardless who it was, I think that it's just nasty to be doing that at church. There were kids in the back row where I was sitting. You're having the kids watch this as well. And I mean, she was so close to the point where, like, are they going to start making out any second now? You would think you were at the movie theater watching a movie, and you're right behind that couple, you know, that couple. So it made me really uncomfortable. I'm sure it made the parents of the children uncomfortable. And I'm sure it made the family. I know the family that was sitting next to them, they were already there. But yeah, I know it made them highly uncomfortable enough for the son to get up, leave, come back, and sit even closer to his mom, away from this lady. I mean, I was uncomfortable for them as well. And then to have to see that going on right beside you, I don't know which would be worse, beside or behind. I don't know, but it was just uncomfortable all around. I remember at the beginning of going to this church, I would see that a lot. And I remember my cousin and I would talk about it a lot. We're like, yeah, that is cringy, you know, it's uncomfortable. And then it stopped. But here we go again. And I understand that with new members, they're going to bring in bad habits. But honestly, if you're there because you want to change, that's why you go to church. Because of you, yourself, you want to change. If you're there for that, then at least be respectful and give that full hour attention and focus to the message. Once you leave, once you get in your car, if you want to put your hand on your husband or boyfriend's thigh, that's a whole different story. Whatever you do in your car is your personal business. But when you are at a church called the family church, where you know there's going to be families, why would you do something like that? Further up from this couple, there was another two girls. There was nothing wrong with the one on the right, though. She was waiting for her friend. When her friend got there, whoa. There was nothing wrong with her. She was wearing a tank top, jeans, you know, and she had a beautiful body. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, she was covered. You know, amen, you know. However, when her friend got there, Her friend was wearing a blouse that was off the shoulders and showing plenty of cleavage in the front. And it was very distracting. If you're wearing that at the mall, at the island, at the park, it's not as distracting because you're like, everybody's dressed however out here, you know? But when you're going to a place of worship, why would you wear something like that unless you had a motive? And what is your motive? Are you trying to catch someone's attention, see who'll bite? As I put in my comment, this is a family church, not plenty of fish. So apparently you thought you were the bait, and let me see how many will bite. Honestly, that's not the time or the place. Again, give the focus and attention to the message. A lot of these people aren't even taking notes. I'm a note taker because I cannot, you all know, I can't remember anything if it's to save my life, you know? So I'll write down notes, and then sometimes I'll even go watch the service again because I missed something. I missed something from the couple in front of me, or the girl that was half naked, or, you know, the ushers in the back talking out loud, seeing how many seats he needs, you know, like, I'll miss parts of the service, so I'll go back and watch it again so that I can be like, oh, so that's what he said, okay. Sometimes I'll even retake the notes. I'll go over my notes, and then I'll like, you know what, I missed this part, let me just write it down, and then I'll write it again, you know. But I don't know how these people that are there to actually want to get healed from their whatever sickness they're dealing with. I don't know how they can retain all this information when they're being so distracted, when they're causing the distraction. And yeah, I do feel like some of these people are there with bad intention. And, you know, I was happy when somebody got, what is that? Oh my God, that word just slipped my mind. When, oh my God, it's something that the church doesn't even really concentrate on. What is it called? I hate it when this happens to me. Give me a sec here. It's not redeemed. I can't think of the word. Oh my, it's just like I'm drawing a blank. My God. When somebody gets set free, like somebody that's possessed and they get set free. And that's something that we don't teach at my church. It happened a couple of weeks back, and I posted the clip of it. And I was so happy that that person got set free because they were actually yelling out, you know, how sad they were, I think it was. And people around her gathered around and prayed for her so she can get set free. However, my church doesn't seem to do that, and I feel they should, because you'd be surprised how many people, again, sick people go to church, right? Me, myself included. You'd be surprised how many people need to be set free. And a lot of these people coming in, like I said, like that girl in front of me, like the other girl in front of her with the off-the-shoulder blouse, they could be dealing with something dark, and that's why they're acting the way they are. And you know, I really wish my church would bring that back, and I wish I could think of the name. I have it at the tip of my tongue and I just can't get it out. I can't remember it. I can't think of it, you all. I'm just too distracted. I can't think of it. If I remember, I will put it down in my comments or something. But yeah, I think we need to bring that back. I think we need to get church in order again. And I'm not saying this as like, oh, you know, Moon, you're trying to tell your church what to do. Like, that's wrong. It should be the other way around. Yada, yada, you know. But it's more like godly correction is what I'm trying to bring. I'm not trying to bring condemnation. No, what is it? Condoning? Not condoning. Oh. Wow, I don't know what's going on with me now. Is it condemnation? I'm not trying to bring that down. I'm trying to bring correction. You know, I know the church has a lot on their plate. They're trying to get this other place open soon. They're tired of waiting. This has been in the making for like 2 years now. It's been 2 years that they've been asking for money for that other church, for the mega church. It's been far too long, and they're just too excited, and I guess they feel the more they talk about it, the better, because then it'll happen sooner, and they'll, I don't know, maybe they'll manifest it. I don't know. But that's also wrong. We're not supposed to manifest. It'll happen all in God's timing. And I'm not sure why they feel the need to bring it up in every service. And if they throw in a scripture in there, they'll bring that up that church again, you know, that one church. But instead of always focusing on that, why not focus on the congregation that's before you and fix things there? The other church is going to happen. We know it's going to happen. We're believing for it to happen, just like the pastors at this church. We're believing it for you too. However, fix the church first. Don't neglect your congregation because you're so overly excited about this other church and everything that it's going to open for the church. And I think, I don't know if I dare say it, but I think they've gotten sidetracked so much that they're losing sight of what's going on right in front of them. Look at the people. Look at who's coming into church. Why aren't we encouraging Proverbs 31 women? Why are we allowing women to come to church with this motive? Why aren't we encouraging men to gather in groups so they can encourage each other as well? Because men need encouragement too. They're supposed to be the head of the household. They're the ones that should lead their families to church. But how can they do that if they're not getting any encouragement? And then you have these women coming in with ulterior motive. and please, let's not twist this. I'm not saying let's throw these women out. They're there because obviously they need the doctor, right? The doctor above all doctors, which is God. I love that little dog. Oh my God, I want one like that. My husband doesn't want to let me get one like that though. It's a Corky. Is that how? I don't know. Look. See? The camera can focus. No, I believe in these women will change. I do. But they're not being encouraged to change. By telling your congregation, oh, it doesn't matter what anybody wears. Anybody can come in here with a pair of shorts, whatever they want to wear. However, you're sending the wrong message to some people, because some people will misread that message and be like, oh, so they said I don't have to wear underwear? Okay, I won't wear underwear. I'll just wear my shorts. Awesome. What an awesome church. Some people will take it that way. And apparently some people are taking it as, oh, I can wear a really short dress and a pair of cowboy boots because it's hot. And this is Texas. And others think, oh, I can just wear a blouse that's off the shoulders, that shows all my cleavage. I mean, I'm a girl. What am I supposed to do? Strap them down? Like, am I supposed to like wrap them up and flatten my chest to go to church? Nobody's saying that. But going to church should be renewing your mind and how you think and how you look at the world. You're dressing like the world. You're dressing like you're still in the world. And you can't have one foot in the church and the other one outside of church. It's either you're all in or you're all out. There's no such thing as being in between. And I'll have to get more on that later, because there's people starting to get here. I guess the afternoon crowd is coming to come walk. But I hope I made some sense, and I hope that I'm not being a prude or very particular here. I just feel like we need a change. We need to like start coming down hard on our faith. No more playing with the water anymore. No more playing footsies in the water, you know? No, let's get all in now. Let's go deep. You know, whether you're new, a baby Christian, as they call them, or if you're already like a grandfather Christian, you know, it doesn't matter. Let's just go in. Let's start lifting up the Most High. Let's start respecting Him. Let's start respecting ourselves and our bodies. Anyhow, I don't know if you all heard that noise all throughout my video. It's like a noise going, or is it just me? I don't know. I hear everything, you all. Like, I have very sensitive ears. I can hear anything from a mile away. But anyhow, thank you all for listening, and I will talk to you all again soon. Lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Bye.